itemized against them, and they frankly really need to outplay here. With Humanoid then grabbing the Twisted Fate, you can already see kind of the global pressure that Mad Lions composition can throw out. Ashe, Twisted Fate, Shen, the mobility of Hecarim. It's a very disgusting composition. Frankly, I feel like just looking at draft, we might be looking at a potential Game 5.
I really like Mad Lions comp. I think it's super strong. I think one of the biggest things is going to come from how well can Humanoid get outside of lane. Is he going to,
especially around the mid lane, could cost them dearly.
Well, in this early game, what we've seen is that the blue buff was stolen away. Oh, we have a bit of a playing bot.
That thought, the hook now going down, Unbreakable blocking a decent amount of damage, looking for the force stack here, but Perkz' autos are incredibly slow, forcing double sums out from Mickey in the meantime. In exchange for Kaiser is going to make them very vulnerable to any follow-up
So
ganks.
I'll come back to the jungle matchup in a second and highlight, again, this Thresh Ashe 2v2, very strong. They weren't able to get any kills here, but they forced both summoners out from Mickey. Kaiser the same as Shadow looks for gank mid.
Gold card.
Forced to flash away is a very big deal. Zoe without flash, very vulnerable in lane.
So already we're seeing Mad with action across the map. They make the gank happen bot. They try to make a gank happen mid, and even though his bot side, going to steal away a couple jungle camps, and now Jankos looking to go on the attack.
Once again, hook connecting, Unbreakable blocking most of the follow-up though.
That's
Kaiser locked up 2, 3, 4. As his dash comes in, Kaiser's going to be in trouble. The Ignite already gone, and that's going to be first blood going over to G2. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, it's a trade back and forth. Humanoid blows his flash, but will hold on to his life.
And like every other game this series so far, we knew it was going to be bloody when Mad Lions and G2 took the Rift. And again, very explosive early games. Now, hopefully in the replay, we get a bit more extended runway time to see what really happened with Kaiser there. Obviously, burning his flash in the initial engagement. I think he was just Twisted Fate, or a champion that does have heavy roam potential. The control ward that Vedius just pointed out is so important.
X-Flash, Facebreaker will pull back, will connect. Humanoid potentially going to be in trouble here. Haymaker will land. Jankos taking a lot of damage back, but Humanoid holding his ground for now.
Yep, really good positioning there from Humanoid. He was in front of minions, so he couldn't get bubbled, and now Shadow looking for a gank top.
Orome could go for the top flash here. Shadow, though, denied on the devastating charge there by the stealth from Wunder. Clever use.
And now we have a moment where Mad are just going to crash this wave. Jankos making sure that Wunder's probably not going to get dove. Using Blast Cone, though, he's going for the gank.
Double snare, that's so much CC. Now they're going to be in trouble. That is the power of this champion. The pullback. Orome now trying to run to safety. Facebreaker, where's it going to go? Jankos waiting, trying to find 2 kills, but it will just have to settle for 1 as Orome gets knocked down.
On the very tip of his fingers right there, Jankos manages to find... Need to really rely on Shadow to get Orome and Humanoid kind of out of these lanes and into playmaking opportunity.
Yep.
Now, the Zoe pick is obviously going to be huge because she'll have push priority or at least be able to answer. I'll hold it.
Perkz in trouble. Good flash there coming out, but now the Shen on the way down. Perkz is going to get taunted up and knocked down. Mickey on the retreat, but no, the heal. Not quite enough. Mickey will now retreat. Arrow now coming in. He's going to have to flash out to safety. Meanwhile, Neeko pushing on the top side, but a solid play kicked off there for Mad Lions.
As we were just talking about, you need to get the Shen and the Twisted Fate out of the lane phase because they're never going to be able to contest the priority. Mad Lions found their window. In response, though, G2 picked up the Herald, funnel all of this gold into Wunder. This is no longer the 0-4 Neeko that we saw in the previous game. This is Wunder who's going to be on clock, if not ahead of clock with this Herald behind him.
And this is why the pushing lanes was so important. You can see even in the mid lane, look at Caps continuing to push, they found Shadow.
Oh, sleepy.
Whoa, anti-synergy.
Oh, Jankos, my dude, you gotta wait for Caps to land the Q there. Otherwise, no damage is going to come through. So Shadow forced to use his ultimate, and Wunder, he's going to get himself another tower. But again, this is why the pushing waves are so important, because the moment this play happens, sure, Perkz lost his life, but he lost his life for the team. They now have a
massive Neeko, and also the faster she gets to level 11, the more devastating that ultimate is going to be. G2 also going to grab a Mountain Drake in the meantime. Mad Lion, they were fighting blow for blow in Game 2 and Game 3, but this time around, G2 are absolutely dominating in terms of...
And Orome can get back into the game. What's interesting is how Wunder now uses his time. And what we've seen is that Wunder's now roaming into the bot to help take down this tower and secure more plates for his team. And because it forces Mad into a numbers disadvantage.
Oh no, that is one big Neeko meet. Oh cool, the highway now coming out there from Mykix. Jankos now pursuing in, and Carzzy will get taken down.
Orome didn't have his ultimate there. He had to TP in, and now he's stuck in a very awkward spot.
Oh, he's marked up 3-4, suplex down, knocked. It's going to be one sleepy Shen. He's going to be one dead Shen in a second. Surgical play on the Surgeon Shen from G2.
Mad Lions are not having a good time with their teleports this series. It has been a very rough day. Obviously, Orome immediately regretted that one. As you said, Vedius, he didn't have the stand united. And if he had, maybe that situation doesn't turn out as favorably for G2 as it did. But You were just talking about the freeze, how it gave
farm back, which is great for him, but at the end of the day, Mad got punished for trying to freeze that wave there. So really well played by G2. Now they're looking to play on a Perkz.
Perkz caught out the chain CC, flawless from Mad Lions, looking to burn him down as quickly as possible. Mickey there, not quite fast enough. The Unbreakable will not body block the final shot there, and he will get taken out.
Really
Still,
good pick.
Constantly abusing G2's greed. That's multiple times that G2 members over the course of the series have been caught greeting for waves. In particular, great vision control also from Mad. They have complete control behind that dragon pit. They just stood in fog of war, waited for Perkz to step to the wave and said, thank you very much. I'll take that one. Actually, really crucial. This, however, speaking of greed.
X-Flash available, Chilling Smite on the way. No mana for Carzzy. That's going to be a big deal, but Kaiser can just play him back and use the box as well. The suplex back down, though. Kaiser going to try to buy a bit more space, but he cannot connect now. The rest of the team now coming in. Jankos, though, he's already used the grid. He's going to be very squishy, but they cannot quite kill him because an Unbreakable comes in at the perfect time. He's going to hit 3 members with the ultimate. No, Carzzy with the sidestep will survive, but here comes Caps. Big damage as he flashes in. 3 stacks, 4 onto Humanoid. He will get stunned, but he will go back under the tower. Perkz trying to heal up Mickey, trying to keep his support alive. Big shield across the entire team. Carzzy stepping forward once again will sidestep the snare. That's going to be massive. An absolute brawl on the bottom side, but not too many deaths in the end.
Such a great play by Mickey and Perkz in particular to turn that play completely around there.
And I'm kind of just reeling that more people didn't die. That was... Oh, here we go. It's not done. We thought the play was over, but now it's just Mad Lions' turns. Mykix and Perkz absolutely caught out here.
Dive for your support, Perkz.
No real chance to retreat on this one. Perkz just next on the list. Just point and click him down. Gold card and wild cards to finish the job.
Okay. I don't think Perkz had to run into the bush. I think he could have just died.
You've died together.
Mickey could have just gone away. But because they overstayed, because they greeded to try and secure the tower, Mad are able to punish G2. And now they're the ones that are in position to challenge Drake, but Shadow's low. The TP coming through.
Oh god,
G2
it never
still
stops.
Fight this.
Wunder chasing. X-Flash used. Humanoid has to choose who he's going to stun up. Wunder will get locked up, and now Humanoid just getting run down. Protobelt as well for Caps. Can just pop forward at a moment's notice. Going to come through. Nice sidestep from Humanoid, but not quite enough to finish the job. In the meantime, it looks like Mad Lions. I don't think Mickey was getting out of that one. A man can dream. Frosco. All right, they will grab the Herald in the meantime. Of course, Mad Lions did grab the Infernal, so it's
to be really valuable depending on his positioning, or it's just very awkward.
We have a scale. You're either a Nemesis or a Messiah.
I mean, yeah, there's good damage. Caps is here, though. The Lantern is likely just going to keep Carzzy alive. But yeah, basically what I think is really interesting is you have a dive comp, but I think,
well, Wunder with the Glacial Augment now has 2 item actives to go for, so Carzzy and Kaiser, as strong as they are, have to be careful about where they position. Could be very easy to catch them out. Kaiser consistently staying very far back from Carzzy to make sure he can use that Lantern to take him to safety. That said, Cap now potentially caught out. They're trying to get the fight kicked off. Mickey looking for that disengage. Shadow caught in the midst of the entire team, but Humanoid on the backside trying to dunk down. Cap still alive. The heal coming in from Perkz, but not nearly enough. G2 now has to run for the hills. Shadow still going. Wunder coming in. 3 stacks. Not quite going to find the 4th. They tick away. Jankos will go down. Wunder wants to find something. He's going to have to use the ult shortly just to save alive. A nice flash taunt comes in. Wunder going to be in trouble when Mad Lions grab a kill, and just like that, only 1K difference in goals.
So well played there from Mad Lions as Caps is trying. Ooh. Okay, that was a little bit too close for comfort. Caps on Zoe. Need to remember that one. Carzzy, though, playing like a madman. That is the aggressive Ashe that I like to see.
Mad are going to come out ahead in this fight as well. A much-needed team fight win as they look to secure themselves the 3rd Drake of the game. Beautiful stuff, and a lot of it just comes off the back of punishing Cap's position there. He was the one that got caught out first. He was the one that had to use his flash very early on, whereas G2 looking to secure themselves a spot at Worlds and move on to face the winner of Rogue versus Fnatic, which will be happening tomorrow. Right now, with the Rift Herald, they're using it to push bot. They're threatening the base of Mad Lions.
So I think it's about kind of reorganizing yourself for G2, not necessarily trying to force the 5v5 of the fights, but making the most out of the siege potential, which is why anytime that they have the Herald with a Zoe is always going to be quite devastating.
Goes in, just trying to buy space. That's so many towers taken down. Humanoid in the meantime is split pushing in the side lane, but that bot tier 1, or bot inhib tower rather, is just so low. If G2 find another push down there, it should be easy to take down. Humanoid, though, getting more
Wait for bigger objectives to spawn. So obviously Baron is in play, but it's not the fastest Baron taking team. It's more about playing around Fog of War or pockets of darkness where you can find those big picks.
Mickey he going to get hooked here? Immediate cleanse coming out, though, courtesy of the Summoner's Spellbook. Fat damage down onto Carzzy. That's going to be a big start. Shadow now immediately going to take that as his cue to get things kicked off. Carzzy still alive on the backside, but he's so incredibly low. Wunder going to find 2 immediately. Humanoid's here,
45.
but it's too little too late. Humanoid showing up, but just like that, he's going to get slept. Oh, no, this cannot be how it ends. G2 absolutely obliterating Mad. One small mistake, and G2 pounce on it, looking to turn it back. Carzzy finally here on the backside, but he's the last man standing. 5 members of G2 strong as they push to the base, and they might just end the game just like that, neck and neck, but G2 are poised to end.
In the blink of an eye, G2 go from being even to staring Carzzy down in the eye and being the lone man to hold the G2 onslaught as they look to end the game.
Pushing in, breaking down the base. There are no new rivalries today, no new challengers. G2 remain unstoppable, undeniable, and they will find themselves a spot at Worlds 2020 and the upper bracket match.
Wow. Bit anticlimactic, if I'm being honest. I wasn't expecting the game to just end right there. Like,
they're fishing for vision. They're like, we could siege. They find Carzzy. Game over.
It was caps again. Like we talked about it. Like I was joking about the Hecarim, you know, just like, oh, I'm ready to engage, get slapped by a bubble, maybe I'm not. And then it was just the Ashe. Ashe just takes a Q, a knee to the face, then the Senna ultimate on top, and then like Ashe is out of the fight, and then all of a sudden G2's like, okay, well, I guess we're gonna start a fight then. Just unbelievable. I can't believe that.
And that's all it takes, though, right? And that's the strength of Zoe that we always talk about, but we so rarely see, is that one bubble, that one shot, that one, you know, paddle star that is going to change a game. But because Humanoid's not in position, because Shadow's maybe a little bit too quick on the trigger, coming in on the flank, there's no recourse. And yeah, when you win a team fight like that, you don't need a Baron to end the game.
I will also credit the setup that G2 had